Good evening, dear teachers. I hope you all are doing well. I just want to know how is your day going on. You can use the chat box, or you can, use the emojis and let me know how are you feeling today. Are you feeling excited? Are you stressed out? Are you tired because you had a long day at the school? We'll be happy to know. And I'll try to keep this session as easy, as simple as possible, so that all of us are able to get the knowledge together and try to understand how Class Sati is going to transform your classes from boring to scoring. So what we are going to cover first is we are trying to understand the new features that are added in the app. So the latest version of the application is 2.6.6, and I'm sure most of our schools doesn't have that features yet. So to access only thing you'll have to do is uninstalling the older version and installing the latest version. If you need any support in doing that, you can always reach out to the assigned CRM team member, or you can also drop a message in the group. I will personally help you out with the same. Okay, so I'll share my screen and I'll take you through all the changes that are added in the app. Just a second. Okay, so teachers, I'll share my screen and there you go. Ria, is my screen visible?
Yes.
So teachers, this is this is the latest version. If you can see my cursor, this is 2.6.6. There are a couple of different changes that we have added in the app, so let's go through them one by one. So first one is under the library option, where you can click on it, and here you have your textbook option. So remember teachers, in a previous webinar, if you were part of those previous module, I mentioned that the teachers can also use this My School textbook option and add their own textbooks here. So if at all Class Sati has a default curriculum, but if your school has a private publication, in that case the textbook won't match, right? So what we recommend is you might get some PDF or some documents from the publication. You can use those documents and you can upload them here. And now I've uploaded it in 6th B. Now what if I need this particular textbook under 6th A, 6th C, 6th D? What should I do? We have added this share button here. Now you can select the file whichever you want to share, and you can share it in between different classes. Okay, so it's basically the same grade. You can only share it across different sections, and it will appear under the library option. So if I share in 6th B science, and if I go to 6th A, select the science subject. If I go to the library option and go to the My School textbook option, I will be able to see my textbook that was shared earlier. Okay, so that is one feature. I hope you have understood this. You can show me, a sign of thumbs up and let me know if you were able to understand. Okay, great, amazing. The next feature is again under our library option. So you go there, and now I'll be talking about lesson plan. So teachers, you already know that lesson plan is quite effective when you're trying to teach a new concept to the students. There is one new addition in the lesson plan, that is when you create a lesson plan now. Earlier, you had an option to add quiz in between two different slides. Now what you can do, you can also add a concept cards. So that means if you click on the concept card option, you will have all the different concept cards. These are the default concept cards from the Class Sati content team. So you can actually open any. Let's say if I want to use this 2 concept cards in my lesson plan. So I can select them, click on insert. And these will be added on the screen, and I can save this and show it to the students. So let me show you the ones that I've already saved. So that's how it's gonna look like. So you can, scroll on the lesson concept cards. You can show this to the students, and then you take in quiz also. So basically, you are giving information about the concept. Then you can show a concept card. Then you can take an assessment. So it's helping you to clear the concept even at the deeper level. Okay, so that's one new addition, and I hope this is clear. Any questions? Any doubt on the addition of the concept card on the lesson plan? Yes, teachers? Alright, great. Now teachers, let's move forward to one more addition, and which would be under your create option. So I'm sure not everyone, but I believe we do have a couple of teachers among us who love the little bit more authentic way of creating questions. So for those teachers, they don't want to use AI. They want to use their own style to write the question. So if a teacher prefers typing a question, what is motion, let's say, and I can use Genie, get the options ready. And earlier what used to happen, if a teacher creates a manual question like this question was not tagged to any concept earlier. And when the teacher saves this question and plays it, what happens is, if the student attempts the question correctly or incorrectly, the learning outcome for that particular question was never tracked. And because of that, the hard work of the teacher was not reflecting correctly. So what we did right now, if you create any manual questions in this way, you can save that quiz and you can play that quiz right away. Automatically, based on what your question is, Genie is going to tag that question with a particular concept. So let me show you how that looks like. So now I have created a quiz and I have played a quiz. It's a manual quiz. I end the quiz here. And now if I click on view report and see quiz details, I should be able to see the tag. Okay, that's how it works. So right now it was not reflecting. Let me try to play one more time. Probably it's under my saved chapter sets. Okay. I think there's some fluctuation on my internet, but ideally you should be able to see the concept that was tagged. So if you are creating any manual questions, please keep doing that, because Genie will now make your question tag with a concept, and that will keep you updated on what are the strong and weak topics of the students accordingly. Okay, so that was one. Now teachers, the other option I want to show you will be under the setting option. So just to access the setting, all you have to do is go to the profile option. Here you will see the general settings, and if you scroll down towards the bottom, you will see a new setting right now that says show quiz countdown. Okay, it will be turned off by default, but you can turn it on if you like. And when you turn it on, what happens is, when you try to play a quiz, now you will have this countdown, and that countdown is going to look like this. So here you can see this is basically a timer, and you can read the question to the students. You can also pause this timer that goes on and just touch the screen and it will stop on its own. And once this completes, you will have the options. You can also pause and play the options again. Okay, options will be given, then there will be a quick countdown, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Let's play the quiz. So this is a new feature that we have added, and if you enable it, it's going to give you like a quick breather so that the student can read the question and understand it. Previously, I'm sure many of our teachers also reported that students don't give their answers sincerely. They just randomly click on the clickers when the timer starts. Yes, sir.
Gaurav from Sunbeam School, Lehartara.
Yes.
मैम ये सेटिंग मुझको एक बार फिर से दिखा सकती हैं, कहाँ से ये आया था?
मम्मा।
Yes, sure sir. एक सेकेंड मैं आपको दिखा देती हूँ. So आपको यहाँ पे प्रोफाइल पे जाना है सर, और आप नीचे स्क्रॉल डाउन करेंगे तो यहाँ पे है शो क्विज काउंटडाउन, तो आपको बस ये ऑन करना है.
ओके.
हाँ, So the reason I was saying this happens is because आपके जब student I mean when the student will start answering the questions, it's better that you tell them what the question and option are, and then based on that you will be able to get the proper results. Otherwise what happens, they have a clicker in their hand, they are very excited, so there's a possibility that out of excitement the student may not think about reading, understanding the question and then giving the answer right away. Okay, so getting more authentic and more meaningful answer is something that is going to help you as a teacher to get more data points for yourselves, and this is the one feature that's going to support you. All right, and the other feature that we have would be under our whiteboard. Not a major add-on, but is something that teachers can use for different activities. So one thing that you will see new would be under the diagram option. So imagine that I am adding different shapes here on the screen. Let's say I create a star. Star is in green color. Then I have added one circle. And let's say the circle is, maybe I'll create one different one. Yeah. Let me change the color of this one. Yeah, so this is a pentagon and I've added it here, and now I can also change the the degree of the angles of the pentagon based on my requirement. So I can also do that. So what if I want to bring the pentagon at the top, at the bottom, move the pentagon at the bottom and then bring the star at the top? What should I do? So I'll just click on plus and close. So now if I click on this image, I will get the layers option. So the layer option is going to help me to move this particular image to top or bottom. So I want to move it to bottom, I click on bottom, and you can see the star is at the top now. If I click on the star and if I click on this and then I can say I want to move it to bottom, it will move to bottom. Okay, so that's one addition which is under the diagram option. Another addition that we have is the type of boards. So I'm sure we have a lot of lower grades that also use Class Sathi, and to make more effective use of the whiteboard, we have added different types. So if you want, you have this single line, so you can also write here single line ways, right? Then we have, this is 4 lines. So if maybe if an English teacher wants to explain cursive writing, they can also do from here. And then there is this maths boxes are there, so you can also draw graphs. And then there is a practical graph page, so you can create your graph and explain accordingly. So that are there. And of course there are other tools which are already there under geometry. So if you have ruler, you can create different triangles. There is protector, there is compass, so you can also use all of that. Okay, so did you understand this whiteboard option? Anyone has any questions on this? All right, I can see some thumbs up. Thank you, teachers. Now that was one option that is not a very drastic change. However, now if you go to the report section, you will be blown away with a lot of changes that we have added here, right? So first off, like this performance level has been updated completely. So you can see the interface is a little bit more visually pleasing. So you can, it's highlighted in blue. So your first data point that you will see when you see the report would be your performance level, because that is something very important to you. And if you scroll down towards the bottom, you will see chapter wise data. That means you can see each chapter and you can see how many quizzes were played within each chapter, and you can access the report accordingly, right? So that will be also available. And along with the chapter data, you have spider chart. Now teachers will think, what is this spider chart, how to use it, how to understand it? So it's very simple, teachers. Let's say I have completed chapter number 2. There are 5 topics within chapter number 2, and these 5 topics are mentioned here. Diversity in plants around us, diversity in animals around us, grouping of plants, grouping of animals, and adaptation and habitats. These are the 5 different topics within that chapter. Now, this line represents that I have started taking assessment on this particular concept, and as of now, I've completed 5 questions, right? And out of these 5 questions, these are the low scoring student and these are the toppers who have scored high marks. So you not only understand how the chapter wise progress is going on, but you also understand what you have done on the topic wise level. Okay, so that is how the spider chart works. So you simply click on the dot and you'll be able to see what are the outcomes, and you can see this student who needs support on that topic. All right, so that was our class wise report. Then if you click on the student wise, we have an updated dashboard, so you have a quick overview of what all different categories we have. You can search for any student, right? You can search for the name and the student will be there. You can filter the student as per category and they will shown accordingly. Okay, so that is one. Now if you click on any student, you will be able to see their entire support. You can enter entire report. You can see where they need support, how much was the participation, average score, number of questions solved. You can see the strong topics, weak topics, how many questions were solved for that topic, what was the correct answer percentage, what was the average. So you are able to see not just the topic but also places where they have scored high, where they have scored low, how many questions were attempted for that topic. Based on that, you can also strategize accordingly. Okay, so that is our student wise report. Of course, the class wise and student wise monthly report are same. There is no changes in these, but the visual representation of these both the reports have been updated. Okay, teachers, do we understand this report section? Do you want me to explain it again? Any questions here? Please let me know.
I think Lohima ma'am has raised her hand.
Yes, ma'am. Lohima ma'am, do you have a question?
Ma'am, that was early that what you have explained about the library, so that's why I raised that one. So now
Okay, do you want me to show it again, ma'am?
No, ma'am, no need. Actually, I understood. It's
all right, great, amazing.
Okay, ma'am.
All right, sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, so that was the new features that are added. Now, in the next segment, we will be taking a look of how you can use Classari to manage your class, or what are the things that you can do in Classari to manage your classroom, more effectively. But before we jump into the entire, management aspect of it, I will take a pause here. I'll stop sharing my screen and let's all of us attempt this fun quiz which Ria has created for us. So you'll be able to, increase your excitement to know more about the other features also. Ma'am, do you have something to say? I think that was by mistake. All right. Yeah, Ria, go ahead. Please share your screen.
Yes.
There's going to be a quick quiz. Again, these are going to be riddles based on what we have explained or what we have told you about the new features today. So we are excited to know how much you remember, right? Okay. All right, teachers. I just give us thumbs up when you're ready, and we'll start the first question for you. Oh, I think all of us are ready now. Let's start. Okay. So, teachers, this is our first riddle. I may look like a spider's web, but I don't catch bugs. I catch learning insights instead. The bigger I grow, the better your class performs. What feature am I? You can use the chat box to give your answer. Okay, I can see some of the teachers saying, okay. All right. Great. So I think, Ria, it would be a good time to show the correct answer. And yes, teachers, all of you are correct. It is the spider chart. And I think all of you were quite excited to see it. So really happy to know that all of you were paying attention to it. All right. So our next question is, I help you organize without making a mess. Stack me up, hide me away, and bring me to the front. I let every idea have its own space. What feature am I? Okay, we have mixed answers for this one. Would you like to reveal the correct answer?
Yes.
Yes, teachers. It is the layer option in the whiteboard. Okay, thank you for your answers, teachers. Let's go to the question number 3. Before the race begins, I give everyone a moment to breathe. First comes the question, then the choice appears one by one. When I'm done counting, it's time to answer the question. So what feature am I? Okay, all of them are answering already. I think the teachers have explored the new features before us, I guess. Okay, let's show them the correct answer. Yes, teachers, you are 100% right. This is the quiz countdown. Okay.
I'll move on to the next question.
Yes. So this is the second last question, teachers. This is a true or false type of question.
Right? No, it's a riddle.
It's a riddle? Alright, no worries. So I make sharing easy without rewriting a thing. One class creates, another class learns. Textbooks and notes travel from one section to another with just a few taps. What feature am I? So basically it's saying that you have an option where you are able to use something in one class and then use it in another class as well. Okay. Yes, that's correct, teachers. There is my school textbooks which you can share. And apart from that, teachers, there is one more feature that allows you to share quizzes between different sections. Can any one of you let me know what that feature is? So imagine I created a quiz in 6th A and I want the quiz to appear in 6th B. Which feature should I use? Should I create a quiz manually in 6th B again? Or do Classati has a feature that allows me to, share that quiz? Yes, Revati ma'am, you are correct. It is the Discover feature that allows you to share the quiz that was created earlier. Okay? Alright. Yes. Let's go to the next question. And I think this is the last one, Ria, right?
Yes. Will the teachers know this one? Because
Let's find out. I
Yes.
don't call out one by one. Instead, I ask, how are you feeling today? Quick click and every student tells me who's there. What feature am I? Okay. This is a trick question, teachers. Well, I think we should give this to the teachers. Okay, there is Shalini ma'am who has selected attendance. So yeah, correct ma'am. That is true. We can take attendance in class Sathi and it's possible. So what I'll do is I'll also show you how that looks like. So for the teachers who didn't have an idea that that is possible in the application, we'll be able to see how that works. Now this will only work for the first time. That means if I am in grade science subject and I have not played any quiz or student has not given any responses, then my attendance will be activated and I can take attendance. But if at all I have played a quiz already, then what I'll have to do, I'll have to change the subject to a subject where the quiz was not played, and from there I'll be able to get the responses. Okay, so I'll just quickly reshare my screen again. Just a second. Okay, my screen is visible, right?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So teachers, now we were talking about the attendance feature in the quiz. You will find it here under the quick tool option. Here we call it as roll call. And what happens is, right now I've played a quiz for science, so it will automatically say that the attendance has been taken. So for that, I'll just have to change the subject. Okay. And now if I take a roll call, now the student just have to answer. Ma'am, or they don't have to like separately raise their hands. So you can see there are different emojis. So A for feeling very good, B for feeling good, C for feeling fair, D for feeling bad, and then E for feeling very bad. So what the students can do, they can use their student clicker and answer. And when they do that, the teacher is immediately gets the attendance also, and they will be able to see who are the students absent, what is the mood of the student. So you'll get a report like this as well. Okay, and you can download the report too. So that's how it works. Did we understand the attendance feature, teachers? Hello?
Ma'am, can you
Great.
please repeat the attendance feature?
All right. So, ma'am, if you have not taken attendance but you have already played a quiz in that particular subject, the attendance won't be activated. So to take an attendance, you'll have to select a fresh subject where quiz was not played within that particular day. So since today is 30, I've already played a quiz here. So I'll just select a different subject. All you have to do is go to the quick tool option. There is this roll call. You can click on the roll call. You will see the question here. How are you feeling today? This is going to be a constant question. A, B, C, D, E will have this very bad, good, fair, bad, very bad, these expressions. And based on the requirement, like based on how the student feel, they will click A, B, C, D on their clicker. So it's a very good icebreaker also. So you'll be able to, engage with the student and get a report accordingly. Okay. So this is how it works. I hope I was able to answer your question, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Hello, ma'am,
Yeah,
one
ma'am.
second. Could you explain the type of board, ma'am? Like how we have to get into the type of board?
Yes, for sure, ma'am. So you go to the whiteboard option. You have this type option here. So you click on type, and here you will get all the types of whiteboard.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You can access from here. Ideally, to select a type of whiteboard, you click on type, and you'll be able to select the type. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, teachers, anyone has any other question, any doubt you want me to discuss before I show you the other aspect of the app? Okay, let's move forward. So teachers, I told you that we will be discussing about couple of features that will help you manage the app and the students together. So to do that, we have this general settings. So all you have to do is go to your profile, and then if you scroll down towards the bottom, you have different settings here. These are related to the quiz. So first one is showing student response. So when you play a quiz, you can see the student's roll number getting highlighted. So if a teacher doesn't want that to be displayed, you can just turn it off and it will be gone, right? So it won't be visible on your end. And if you allow the second response, that means if there are students who randomly answer the question, and sometimes they change the response. So that means for the same question, first I selected option number A, then later on I selected option number B. It could be due to different reason. It could be the change of mind, or maybe they saw somebody else select option number B. N number of reasoning would be there. But if you don't want that to happen, you can simply turn it off. So what will happen? The student will only get one chance to answer. Whatever they have clicked once, that will be taken as the correct answer. Okay. Then we have include don't know answer as answer option. So usually the question bank that Classati has given has a don't know feature available. So that means there will be 4 options, and option number E will be don't know. If you don't want this don't know to appear on all of these questions, you can just turn it off. Then you will only have 4 options for the given question. Don't know won't be visible. Okay, so that will be there. Then leaderboard. So if our teachers can recall that whenever you finish the timer, a particular question, and you see the correct answer percentage, at the right side of the screen you can also see leaderboard, that who are the toppers, who has given the correct answer. So if you turn it off, the leaderboard will be hidden. It won't be visible. You will only see the score. That's all. So if you have some requirement like that, so you can turn it off from here. Then we have short quiz timer. So question timer. That means when the question is going on, you have a visible timer. If you don't want the timer to be visible, you can turn it off and it will be gone. Okay. This is the show quiz countdown, which we already saw earlier. Then we have read questions only. So this is when you play a quiz, you will see there's the speaker icon at the top right corner of the screen. And if you click on that, that allows you to read the questions for you. So if you turn it on, what will happen? As soon as the question starts, automatically the audio will be starting. The question will be read on its own. The student will be able to hear the question right away. Okay. So that is also there. If you turn it on, then only it will happen. So auto handwriting to text. This is basically for a whiteboard. So if you write something on the whiteboard, and if it's in your handwriting, it will automatically turn into text. So if you want that to happen all the time, you can keep it on and it will work in that way. Then end question with the last response. So I remember that this was one of the query also. And I don't remember which webinar module it was, but this was there. So the teacher asked me that why do we have to stop until all the students like the timer is going on, it won't stop the quiz. I need to go to the next question. So in that case, what you can do, you can get all the students answer the question, and as soon as everybody is answered, automatically the timer will end and you will be taken to the next question. Okay, so if you turn this on, this will happen. You don't have to wait until 2 minutes. And then the last one is move the whiteboard to left. So this is the whiteboard option. By default, you will find it here, but if you turn it on, the whiteboard will be taken here. And if you turn it off, it will come back to its original place at the right. Okay, so those were the general settings. Anyone has any questions, any doubt on this one? Are we good with the settings? All right, thank you. And now let's come towards the last segment of the app, which is under the engagement option. So I'm sure all of you already know that engagement feature consists of all the different features that is not academics related. These are basically engagement between you and the students. So if you want to keep them busy with some kind of activity, if there is an off lecture, or you want to do some kind of icebreakers, in that case you can openly use this engage option. It's quite interactive for the students. So first one we have is Sathink. So Sathink will have 3 different games, which is mole game, block it up, triangular. All of this is based on decision making skills, arithmetic skills. So if the student needs to, practice some more, they can always play this. So some fun equations like this will be shown to the students, and once the question ends and you see the correct answer, it will reveal like this. So the idea is they have fun while answering questions like this. Then we have block it up. So if we start the quiz, it's basically student identifying which blocks fit in the given boxes, and once they answer, this is how the correct answer is revealed. And then there is triangular. That means the student have to find out which triangle fits into the given position. So based on whatever we have here, the student has to answer the correct answer. So that's overall based on decision making skills, on how you can improve that. So you can play this. Again, these quizzes are generic quiz, so reports of these quizzes will not be saved. Whatever you play, it's going to be for fun activity. You won't be able to see the reports of the played quizzes under the report section. Okay. Then we have class kits. So there are different options here for class kit. First is Pi timer. It's a basic timer. You can set it up according to your liking. You can ask the student to do something in a given time, and there's a time up, so you'll be able to see that. Then there is a stopwatch, so you can start and stop. So maybe if I'm a math teacher, I would use it like, let's see who solves this equation the fastest, and whoever solves it, then the person gets the reward, something like that. Then we have spinner, so you can add more and more slices here. I think around 8 slices can be added, and this is again based on your creativity. You can say which test you will take today. So Hindi, English, science, or history, and then spin, and we'll let the excitement of the students build up and stop. So wherever it stops, that test you take. And it doesn't have to be specific to the test only. It could be anywhere. Like if you're planning to take them for a trip, a school trip, so you can also put different names of those places, and you can surprise them with that. So all creative activities can be done. Same way with dice. So you can select up to 3 dice, and whichever you roll based on whatever stops, you can say that if it comes 3, then we'll take 3 tests within this week, something like that, right? Then we have team makers. So if I'm sure this is for all our schools where we have houses, teams are created. So red house, blue house, right? So you can also create such teams here, and then you'll be able to play the quizzes in those teams also. Okay. So this is our team maker. Then we have presenter. So if you want some work to be done, it could be maybe you want some student to go and bring a duster perhaps for you, right? So when you say that who will bring a duster, everyone would like to move outside the class and bring the duster for you. So in that case, you simply select one student, let class Ati shuffle for you, and you will get one student name here. Okay. Then we have vote, where you can do your school elections, head girl, head boy, or maybe even class monitor elections, and you can select the students, right? Let's say these 3, and then continue and start. So at this point, you can bring the students on the stage, ask them to, pitch their campaign, what they are going to provide if they win the election, and then you will have an option that allows them to give their votes. So if I want to vote for Charu, I'll click on A. If I want to vote for Divya, I'll click on B, and Krushika will be C. So as the student answer, I'll also get the statistics, and I can see the winner. And the best part about this is you'll be able to download the report of the election. So you'll have it saved. It will be a record for you that election for this class was taken, and this were the responses of the student, and this was the winner. Okay, so that is the vote option, and that was the ClassKit feature. Does anyone has any question on the Sathink and Arcade game? Sorry, ClassKit, my bad. I mentioned Arcade game. Sathink and ClassKit. Any questions, any doubt? How do you find it? Okay. All right. The last one we have is the arcade game. These are some games which you can play with your students in the class. Doesn't have to be very, like a game that will be like an icebreaker. I feel that you guys will have a lot of fun while doing it. So first one is rock, paper, scissors. So you can play this. The teacher has to select rock, paper, scissors from the teacher clicker when they click on the start. So they can select rock, paper, scissors, and whatever they select, now the student will have to answer. And when they answer, whichever counters the teacher's response, automatically that will stay and rest will go away. You see, now 2 students got eliminated and now 2 students remain. So you can play rock, paper, scissors in your class. This way the student will have a lot of fun. Then we have fastest finger first. This is actually quite similar to Kaun Banega Crorepati. Let's add one question over here. Just a second. Yeah. Let's play a quiz. So now when the student starts answering the question, and if you see the winners here, you will be able to see the leaderboard like this. And the leaderboard also arranges them ascendingly. So you can see the student answered the question in 5 seconds. Then this other student that took 7 seconds, and the last student took 8 seconds. So basically, it's similar to Kaun Banega Crorepati, and it creates a lot of excitement in your class. You can also see the winners. You can download the report of the fastest finger first. Okay, you just try it out. It's super fun. Then we have survival games. So this is related to elimination. So it's quite similar to musical chairs. So if you don't give the answer correctly, you will be taken out of the quiz. And if you give the answer correctly, you will stay and you will be taken to the next question. So you can see there is one survivor, and that survivor will be the winner. Like this. And then lastly, we have tug of war. So tug of war is recently added here. You also have this on the whiteboard feature. You can bring 2 students here on the screen and you can ask them to solve this maths problem. And as soon as they answer something, if they give the answer correctly, they'll be moved towards the toggle will move towards them, and they'll be able to win this. This is how it looks. Okay. So yeah, teachers, that is all. But I'll just take a pause here and stop sharing for a while. But do you have any questions, any doubt, anything you would like to share or out of what we have done? I saw a message earlier. There was one ma'am mentioning that she has played rock, paper, scissors with the students. So ma'am, you can also let us know what was the experience. How did the student enjoy? Our rest of the teachers would also love to hear how was the experience with the rock, paper, scissors. Ma'am is there in the call or has she left?
She's there on the call.
Okay. Yes, ma'am saying they were very happy. So teachers, I think you can get inspired by Vidya ma'am's initiative and you can also try it out. And it will be very helpful if you can share the photos in the group, so that my team also would love to see how you guys are using the app, which feature you like the most. Your feedback feeds our drive to help you out and make ClassHari the best app ever. So please do that. And yes, with that I think I'll stop explaining and we can conclude this session, but we still have 5 minutes. So in case if anyone has any questions, any doubt, you can let me know. And there is 5 minutes pending, so it's I request anyone who has not filled the attendance form to fill it up. Fill your details so that Ria can share this certificates with you guys. Okay. Thank you, Manish sir. Thank you everybody. So what we can do is, maybe when we have our next session, the next module next month, I will keep at least 5 to 10 minutes for you guys to let us know what things you explored from the new version and which feature you like the most. So those two things. So just how you guys are giving homework to your students, I'm giving you homework to give me two different things that you will explore out of the new updated version, and which you enjoyed the most, right? Yes. Thank you everyone.